What's up, everyone? Taylor Wright here, Cabela's Canada Bass Pro Shop Ambassador. And you can tell that winter has given way. It's released its grasp. And soon, for many of us, we're going to hear that iconic sound we've all been waiting for. You know what I'm talking about. That distant echoing of wild turkeys gobbling through our hardwoods. If you stick with me for a few minutes, I'm going to walk you through our turkey hunting setup, show you what we use, and cover off why we use it. Let's do this. Okay, so let's walk through my typical turkey setup. You can see I've got everything kind of laid out here, minus clothes and boots and whatever else I would use. But I'm going to start with my turkey vest. You can pick this beauty up at Cabela's. It'll house all of my calls, my licenses, and has a nice comfy seat so I stay comfortable when I'm in the field. Next is my binos. I carry a set of 10x42s, a rangefinder, and a gun sock. This all comes in handy. And this little beauty is a pop-up line from Cabela's. It works great. Moving over here, here's some creature comforts. I've got my Havalon knife, a good set of pruning shears, my coffee cup, a Spy Point trail camera, a toolkit, some bug and tick spray, a headlamp, and that covers off those needs. Moving over here to the range. I like these shoot and see targets. They work great. You can also use turkey-specific targets. I've got an array of different ammunition to try, and of course, safety glasses and hearing protection. Now comes down to the most important part of a turkey setup. I use shooting sticks, and this right here is a 940 Mossberg. I've got this topped off with a Loophole Delta Point Pro red dot. You will notice turkey guns usually have a shorter barrel, and at the end of the barrel, you'll find that they have extended choke tubes. We'll cover that off in just a little bit, but let's head over to the range. All right, thanks for staying with us. I'm down at the range, but before I go ahead and start shooting my turkey gun, I'm going to cover off something that all of us should start on, which is practice what you've learned in your hunter safety course. Practice those acts and proofs. Make sure your firearm is safe. Make sure you match all of your data stamps on your ammunition to the stamp on your barrel. In a lot of the cases, if you're patterning your gun, you might be doing this with a friend, and everyone tends to bring their own turkey ammunition. Double check the stamping on your ammo, your boxes, and your gun to have a nice, safe day. Now that we've got the safety out of the way, turkey loads. And my oh my, when you walk down the aisle of your favorite sporting goods store, there's a lot of options to consider. What I'm looking for in a turkey load is a load that patterns well with my gun and the choke tube that I'm going to be using. Sometimes this means that you might want to try a few different load variations to find that ideal pattern. These Kent Ultimate turkeys, these are kind of my bread and butter. A 3-inch turkey load with 2 ounces of shot fits right kind of in my wheelhouse, middle of the road, and it patterns great out of this Mossberg 940. You can tell that I've got this set up with one of those Loophole red dot Delta Point Pro sights. I love it. We'll explain that in a little bit. But the next biggest thing is your choke tubes. So if you stick with us, we're going to discuss what choke tubes do for your turkey gun. All right, here's choke tubes 101. Choke tubes are specific for the type of gun you're shooting, so make sure you have the correct choke tube to begin with. Choke tubes also are the last thing that influences your shot pattern. Here's an example of some WeatherTech cup phones to show you how much tighter a turkey choke is than, say, a modified. A turkey choke will fit inside an extra full, will fit inside a full, will fit inside an improved modified, and then fit inside a modified, providing you with a nice tight pattern. That's why you want to use a turkey choke. Okay, so you can see 2 targets here. Now, these aren't my final results. I'm showing you one of the benefits of using this red dot, and allow me to explain. So, commonly when you receive a shotgun that doesn't have a sight on it, there's very few points of reference that'll provide a consistent feel or consistent results. And that all depends on how I shoulder the shotgun, your cheek position, but commonly you're using your eye line to look down the ribbing of the gun at one single bead. What this red dot sight allows me to do, if I can get this working here, is it allows me to position that red dot so I know it is not only in the center of the target, but it's going to be in the center of my pattern. Everyone's built differently. So you might find if you pick a shotgun up off the shelf that even though you're holding it bang on, you might be a little low to the left, or you might be a little bit higher than what you intended. Now, your results are probably going to be more minimal than this, but this is a good example. It's a nice tight pattern, but it's still higher than what I intended it. So I can make adjustments on that red dot, and it allows me to have the confidence that I know wherever that red dot is, it's in the center of my main pattern of the gun. So I've got some margin for error around the outer edges of where that red dot is, which gives us the confidence to pull off the shots that we need to make in the field. Thank you for staying with us. You have seen what we use, and there's a host of other items that we just haven't had time to cover off in this video. But if you're looking to stock up on your outdoor gear, I highly recommend visiting our friends at Cabela's Canada or Bass Pro Shops. They can get you stocked up and on your way to have a fun-filled spring season. Thanks for staying with us. Gobble, gobble. Oh!